Hi everyone, in today's lesson we will discuss another topic from design and analysis of algorithm subject, and the topic is divide and conquer approach. Okay, so before coming to this topic, I just want to tell you guys that if you guys have not seen my last lesson where I have discussed everything about various algorithmic approach in worst case time complexity, then I would just recommend you guys to watch that lesson as well. Okay, and if you guys have not subscribe this channel, then click on subscribe button, watch this lesson completely, and if you like this lesson, then don't forget to click on the like button. Okay, so now let us start our discussion with this topic of divide and conquer approach. Okay, so now divide and conquer approach is one of the algorithmic approach to solve the problem. It's an approach or a strategy that one can apply while writing the algorithm for solving any complex problem. Okay, so we have many other approaches as well. Okay, we will see what are those various approaches. So that's what I have written in the second point. There are many approaches to solve a complex problem in computer science. Okay, so if you have a complex problem and if you want to solve that problem, then you can apply any of these approaches on that algorithm. Okay, so now here you can see I have written all those various approaches that one can adapt at the time of writing the algorithm. Okay, you can take backtracking approach, or one can take divide and conquer approach, one can take dynamic programming approach while writing the algorithm, and we can use greedy approach as well while writing the algorithm, and there is a brute force approach, branch and bound approach, and a heuristic approach. Okay, so a programmer can use any of these approaches while writing the algorithm for solving any complex problem. Okay, so now in this lesson we will be mainly focusing on this approach, divide and conquer approach. Okay, so we will try to discuss this divide and conquer approach in great detail, starting from the definition till the example. Okay, we will cover a merge sort example and we will apply this divide and conquer strategy on the merge sort algorithm, and we will try to understand it in a better manner. Okay, so watch this lesson completely, and I'm sure by the end of this lesson you will be confident enough to tell the answers on this approach of divide and conquer. The divide and conquer approach, what it says is, if you have a large problem and if you find it difficult to make a solution of that large problem, then the best thing for you to do is just divide that problem into sub problems. Okay, and keep on dividing the subproblems into further smaller subproblems until you reach to the smallest unit of that subproblem, where you feels that now it's possible for me to find the solution for that smaller subproblem. Okay, once you do that, then start solving each and every of this subproblem using recursion, and once you find the solution, then the last step is to combine the solution of each and every smaller subproblems to make the solution for the original or the actual problem. Okay, so this concept we will further try to understand with the help of a diagram. Okay, now here on the board I have drawn a diagram, and with the help of this diagram we will further try to understand the concept of this divide and conquer. Okay, so now you can see in this diagram here at the top I have mentioned a problem of size n, and if you think that this is a large problem and it's difficult for you to solve this problem, then the best approach is to divide this entire problem of size n into subproblem of size n by 2 and subproblem 2 of size n by 2. Okay, so now suppose this is subproblem 1 and this is subproblem 2. Okay, so I have divided the entire problem into subproblem 1 of size n by 2 and subproblem 2 of size n by 2. Okay, now at this point, if you think that you can make the solution for the subproblem 1 and subproblem 2, you can free to make a solution. Okay, but if you feels that no, this problem is still large enough for me to make a solution for this subproblem 1 and subproblem 2, then what you can do is you can further divide this subproblem 1 and subproblem 2 into smaller subproblems. Okay, so once you make smaller subproblems of each and every subproblem 1 and subproblem 2, then you need to make the solution to this subproblem 1 and subproblem 2. Okay, now once you make the solution for each and every smaller subproblem, then you need to combine the solution of each and every subproblems to solve the original problem. Okay, so this is how we can graphically represent this concept of divide and conquer. Okay, so I'm sure you guys have understood what is the concept of divide and conquer by now. Okay, now we will further try to understand this concept of divide and conquer approach with the help of this example. So here I have written the algorithm for merge sort example, and we will apply this algorithm on this problem of size n, and now this problem is of large size and I cannot solve this problem directly. So what I will do, I will apply this divide and conquer strategy on this problem and divide this problem into two subproblems, and I will keep on doing the same thing until I reach to the smallest unit of the subproblem, and then I will conquer it and then combine. Okay, so let us see how all these things will be taken care with the help of this algorithm which works on the divide and conquer approach. Okay, so now let us come to our algorithm. So here you can see I have created a merge sort function which takes an integer array and low and high variables. Okay, so now the first index of the array I have marked as low and the last index of the array I have marked as high. So now I will come inside this function. Here I will check if low is less than high. Yes, what is low? Low is 1, and what is high? High is 8. Okay, so I will add this low and high. When I add 1 plus 8, it becomes 9, and when I divide 9 by 2, I get 4. Okay, so now what I have done according to the divide and conquer strategy, now I am dividing the entire problem into two halves by considering this mid 4 as the mid location. Okay, when I divide this entire problem, we will get two subproblems, subproblem 1 of size n by 2 and subproblem 2 of size n by 2. So I will put the values. Okay, so now I have to apply the same merge sort algorithm which works on the divide and conquer strategy again on this subproblem 1 of size n by 2 and subproblem 2 of size n by 2. So how I can do that? So now I will come to this part, merge sort, where it's calling the same merge sort function on this array with low and mid. Okay, so now I will apply the same merge sort function on this subproblem, and then I will divide this subproblem 1 till the smallest unit of the subproblem, and once I did that, then I will come to this subproblem 2. Okay, so now for dividing this subproblem 1, I will come in this function. So here this function will get called merge sort. That means the same function will get called. When it makes a call to the same merge sort function, control will come here, and here we will mark as low and this is high. So now what is our low and high? Low is first location and high is the fourth location. So I will check whether low is less than high. Yes, 1 is less than 4. That means we can add, we can find out the mid location of this subproblem 1. So now I will add 1 plus 4 equals to 5. When I divide 5 by 2, we will get 2. That means we will divide this subproblem 1 from second location, and that is our mid location. So what I will do, I will divide this entire subproblem 1 into further subproblems. Okay, next it will again make a call to this merge sort function, and when it makes a call to the merge sort function, control will again come back to this point where it will check low is less than high. Yes, this is our low and this is our high. This is low and this is high. So here you can see low is 1 and high is 2. We will check whether 1 is less than 2. Yes, 1 is less than 2. That means still we have elements present in the subproblem. So what we have to do, we have to divide them. So 1 plus 2 equals to 3, and when we divide 3 by 2 equals to 1. That means we have to divide this subproblem from this location. Okay, 8 and 5, and we have to do the same thing for this subproblem as well by checking whether low is less than high. Yes, low is 3 and high is 4. 3 is less than 4. Again we have to divide this from this place. Okay, 3 plus 4 equals to 7, and when we divide 7 by 2, we will get 3 as the midpoint, and we will now put these values. Okay, so now at this point you can see we have completely divided our subproblem 1 into smallest subproblem, and now after this point we cannot make further subproblems out of this problem. Okay, we have reached to the smallest unit of the subproblem. So what we can do is we will move to the second subproblem. Okay, we will solve this second subproblem of size n by 2 and we will come here. Okay, so now you can see again in this algorithm, this function is making call to the merge sort function and then control will come back here. Okay, so now here this was our mid, fourth location was our mid, and mid plus 1 is this location. This is this. Okay, so you can see this merge sort function is making call to the same function starting from mid plus 1 to high. So now mid plus 1 is 5 because in the earlier case mid was the 4 and now we have to start from the mid plus 1. So this is the mid plus 1 and we have pointed this as low and to high. See, mid plus 1 to high. So we will apply merge sort algorithm on this subproblem 2, and when we apply we will come to this place again where we will check whether low is less than high. Yes, low is 5 and high is 8. We will add 5 plus 8 which equals to 13, and when we divide 13 by 2 we will get 6 as the middle point, and now this 6 is the middle point for the subproblem 2. That means we have to divide this entire subproblem 2 into 2 equal parts by considering 6 as the middle point. So we will put these values here. Okay, so now again we were here. Okay, we have divided the entire subproblem and then this function will again make a call to same merge sort function. Okay, so this is what recursion, this function merge sort function will keep on calling itself again and again until we reaches to the smallest subproblem of this large problem. Okay, so now when again it makes a call to the same function, control again come back to this point where we will check, yes, this is low and this is high, low and high. We will check whether low is less than high. Yes, 5 is less than 6. So what we will do, we will add these two. 5 plus 6 equals to 11, and when we divide 11 by 2 we will get 5. That means 5 is the middle point. We will divide this problem. That means still we have some elements present in the subproblem, so we have to divide them. Okay, so we will divide and we will put these elements, and we will do the same thing for this last subproblem 7 and 8. Okay, so now at this point we have completed the process of dividing. In our divide and conquer approach, we have completed the process of dividing our entire problem into the level where we have only one element in each and every subproblem. So now we have completed the process of division, and next what we have to do is we have to conquer and then combine. How we can make the solution of these problems? We have to compare these subproblems and then we have to make the solution. Okay, so what we will do, I will start combining these problems by comparing. Okay, so out of these two elements, which one is the smaller one? Yes, fifth is the smaller one, so we will bring it here. Now we are merging. Okay, so now we are merging these smaller problems by comparing. Okay, next, out of these two subproblems, yes, 3. Okay, now this one, actually this one is 9 and 2. Okay, yes, out of these two subproblems, 2 is the smaller and we will do combine. Okay, and then we will keep this as it is, and this one is 3. Okay, this one is 3 and we have to put 3 here and 7 here. Okay, now again we have to merge these two subproblems. Okay, we will put 2 here, 5, 8, 9. Okay, and here again we have to combine these subproblems. We have to merge these subproblems by solving them. So this is how I'm solving. 1, 3, 6, 7. Okay, so after combining I'm solving the problem. Now at the end we have to make a solution of these two subproblems by comparing and combining. Okay, now 1, 2, 3, and at the end we have 9. Okay, so that's what we have done with this merge function. Okay, so we will apply this merge function on these smaller subproblems to compare and combine, and at the end we got the sorted elements or list of elements. So I'm sure you guys have understood the process of sorting a problem of size n by applying divide and conquer strategy on it. So this is everything about this concept of divide and conquer approach. Okay, so I am sure you guys have understood this entire concept, and that's all for this lesson, guys, and thanks for watching.